Have you ever imagined a conversation so many times that it started feeling real? An argument, a confession, an apology, a goodbye. Maybe you practiced what you would say. Maybe you imagined their reaction. Maybe you replayed the same moment hundreds of times, even though it never happened. And the strange part? Your brain keeps doing it anyway. Part 1. The relatable story. It usually happens at night. You're lying in bed. The room is quiet, but your mind isn't. Suddenly, your brain brings back someone, a person you haven't spoken to in weeks, a conversation from years ago, a message you never sent. And without realizing it, you start talking to them inside your head. You explain yourself, you defend yourself, you imagine them understanding you, or hurting you, or leaving you, again and again and again. Most people think this is overthinking, but psychology says something deeper is happening. Part 2. Why the brain does this. The human brain hates uncertainty. It wants control, prediction, safety. So when something emotional feels unresolved, your mind creates simulations. Imaginary conversations are emotional rehearsals. Your brain is trying to prepare you for pain before it happens. That's why anxious people rehearse conversations more often, because they aren't preparing for communication. They're preparing for emotional survival. Your brain thinks, if I predict every possible outcome, maybe I won't get hurt. But there's a problem. The brain cannot always distinguish imagination from reality emotionally, which means your body reacts to imaginary conversations as if they are real. Your heart races, your stomach tightens, your anxiety grows, all because of something that never actually happened. Part 3. The hidden reason. Sometimes, these conversations are not about other people at all. They're about the version of yourself you're afraid to become, the rejected version, the abandoned version, the embarrassed version. So your mind keeps rehearsing, trying to protect you from humiliation, trying to protect you from abandonment, trying to protect you from emotional danger, especially if you grew up in environments where you had to predict people's emotions to feel safe. Children raised around emotional instability often become adults who mentally rehearse everything because their brain learned unexpected emotions are dangerous. Part 4. The saddest part. The saddest part is sometimes people spend more time talking to imaginary versions of others than real people. Entire relationships happen inside the mind. Entire arguments, entire confessions, entire endings. Unspoken, invisible, and nobody notices. So if your mind keeps replaying conversations that never happened, maybe you are not weak. Maybe your brain simply learned that being emotionally prepared was the only way to feel safe. But peace begins the moment you realize you cannot control people by rehearsing them inside your mind. Some conversations were never meant to happen, and some fears only exist because your mind keeps feeding them. Sometimes, the healthiest thing you can do is let the conversation stay imaginary.